I'm Dawn.
And I'm Ryan, and on this Learn to Play, we're going to teach you how to slay the monsters and earn the favor of the gods with Dice Forge by Labelled Games. And of course, this is brought to you by our friends at Bearded Bird Brewing.
We've talked about how much we appreciate good storage before, and Dice Forge is one of the best we've seen. Everything has its exact spot.
You can see here on this side of the board is all of the blue or the moon hero cards, so that's what you'll be spending on this side. Over here are the fire, the sun, the red magic points, so that's what you'll be spending your victory points on this side. And then up here at the top, you combine both of those in order to get this Hydra. If you move to this spot, you place your marker on these little yellow circles here. That indicates that's where you are. Someone can knock you off later, and there's some special rules for when that happens.
So here we have the temple layout. Up at the top, there are places that you can go to purchase die faces. And down at the bottom are the gardens, which feature die faces that you can only get from specific heroic feats. Each player chooses their player board and places their pips.
The amount of gold you start with is based off of how many people are playing. So in this 4-player game, right, Dawn will start with 3, and then we go 2, 1, and I'm 4th, so I start with 0. But it's okay. If you're last, you don't start with gold, but you get 4 divine blessings by the time it's your turn. Let's look at the turn order. All of the players roll for divine blessing and allocate their resources. The active player can use the reinforcement effects if they have any. And then you choose either make an offering at the sanctuary or perform a heroic feat. If you've got 2 sun shards, you can spend them and then take another action. That's it, and you move the token forward. Each turn starts with a divine blessing. So that just means we roll both dice and we collect whatever the face is showing. So you could roll a couple of different gold and you get 2 golds, or you get a gold and a victory point, or a blue and a red face. You keep track of whatever you roll by moving the pips on your player board.
Meeting the challenge of a heroic feat is done when you have enough of the blue or red magic to pay the cost. Cards give you an action immediately, once per turn, victory points, or a new die face. Buying new faces with gold is done by paying tribute at the temple. This tends to happen the most at the beginning and is a fun, unique feature of the game. Use the new piece to pry off the original, and we keep them next to us so that they're a little easier to find at the end of the game.
There's a few strategies as far as where do you want to put the new pieces. I tend to keep gold all on one die, and then I put my victory points and my sun and my moon faces on another. Joe likes to just mix it up so that you kind of always are getting a little bit of something. One of the things that we like about this game is the fact that there are multiple strategies. Find the one that works best for you and stick with it, but don't be afraid to experiment.
Let's look at a few of the heroic cards we are buying throughout the game. The doe allows you 1 minor blessing, which allows you to reroll 1 die and take that die face effect.
The hammer is really nice. So instead of putting the gold on your player card, you can choose to advance the token on the hammer track. Once you fill it up once, you get 10 victory points. When you fill it up a second time, you get 15. And as long as they're there for purchase, you can buy multiple cards and continue to do this. The satyr and the minotaur are cards that are going to affect other players. So the other players will roll their dice and you get to choose which ones you want to collect for yourself with the satyr. And for the minotaur, they roll the dice and then they lose whatever it is that's showing.
The Mirror of the Abyss allows you to take the question mark die face from the temple gardens, and what this does is it allows you to copy somebody else's die face. The Helmet of Invisibility allows you to pick up a ×3 die face, and what this does is it multiplies the other die that you see.
And these are the monsters that they don't do anything else for you, but they're worth victory points, and they tend to be worth a lot more. We can see here that the Hydra is worth quite a bit, but also costs us 5 red and 5 blue of the magic, so it's pricey, but it's worth it.
Sometimes you need to kick a player out of the way to get to a heroic card. This allows them to take another divine blessing, so it's a bit of a gamble. Alright, this is when we add up the points from each card and see who won.
So Dice Forge, super fun. I really enjoy like the questing mechanic to make yourself more powerful throughout the course of the game. The game never felt like it lagged. It kept going and going and going. It had really great momentum. Even though I lost, I am excited to play it again because I know what I need to do next time and not let Dawn win.
So there you have it, folks. Dice Forge by Labellet. And hooray, I won! We enjoy this game. It has a nice mix of strategy as well as chance thanks to the dice.
Yeah, and the turn order is super clear as far as all of the actions that you can take, either buying your upgrades with the gold or defeating the monsters. There's different strategies. There's no one strategy that always wins, and I like that in a game.
Big thanks to Bearded Bird Brewing Company here in downtown Norfolk for sponsoring these Learn to Play videos, and we also want to say a huge thanks to all of our patrons for helping us make these videos.
And thank you to everybody, all of the viewers that come here and help us do this and help us spread the word. If this is the first time watching us, then welcome and thanks, and I hope you learned how to play a game. That's really awesome. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep seeing all of our videos. Head over to that homepage. You can hit the bell if you want to get notifications, or just join us every Tuesday and Thursday when our new videos come out. But don't forget to comment and share and all that stuff. We love reading comments, so do more of that. That's really great. We had a really great time playing with Pierce tonight. If you liked watching him play and you thought he's a fun guy, you're right. And then go find him on all the other social medias. He's Sorcerer Blob, and he's a really good guy to follow.
So we're Dawn and Ryan. This has been Roll for Initiative Learn to Play, and we hope to see you next time.
Bye.